Dear Fern, for the past few weeks, Jimmy, my husband's best friend, has been staying at our house. He lost his job and is now trying to get his life back in order. I've known Jimmy for as long as Kyle and I have been together, 10 years. He is a very attractive man, but he's not very responsible or smart. He's fun though, and I've always enjoyed his company. So one night when Kyle was out of town for work, Jimmy and I got to drinking. We ended up sharing a whole bottle of tequila, and one thing led to another, and we had sex. I barely remember what happened, but when we woke up the next morning, we were both naked and lying in the same bed. At least we found a used condom on the floor in the washroom. Fern, what we did was a huge mistake. It should never have happened. Sure, Jimmy's a nice guy for some other girl, but I don't want him, and I certainly never intended to hurt Kyle. The worst part is, Jimmy is still living with us. Can you say awkward? I can't tell Kyle to kick him out, because he'll want to know why. He knows I like Jimmy, he just doesn't know that we boinked. Both of us feel bad. Well, I feel bad. Jimmy is more proud than anything. He would probably do it again. I wouldn't though. My question? Do you think I should tell Kyle? Sincerely, should I let the cat out of the bag? Dear, I think you should get into the bag and let the cat scratch the shit out of you. My daughter and I like to play this game with each other. Actually, she likes to play the game and I'm simply forced to participate. Now, this banter is best enjoyed when her hormones have kicked into high gear and she is being a super bitch. And when I am ultra tired, which is most of the time, and resting, which is hardly ever. It always starts with her sauntering into the room like she is queen of the world, albeit with a hot poker shoved up her you-know-what. Fill in the blank, she says, a caustic tone in her voice. That is the name of the game after all. I want you to blank my blue shirt. Staring wearily down at my hands, which, in anticipation of the game, I've clenched tightly in my lap, I say, find. You want me to find your blue shirt? No, she snaps, causing me to look up. That is not it. To my dismay, I see the blue shirt slung pretentiously over her shoulder. Okay, wash. You want me to wash your blue shirt? The shirt is already clean. You washed it yesterday. Is your memory really that bad? Oh yeah, I forgot. Seriously, how could I be so stupid? Guess again, she's getting angrier and even more impatient, as teenage girls quite often do. Give me a hint. In the background, I can hear the cat making that familiar heaving from the intestines noise, which is then followed by the sound of liquid splatting onto something. The cat just threw up on my new shoes, a distant voice bellows. Clean it up, I call, daring to take my attention away from my daughter for even a brief second. I'm not touching it, it's gross, the faraway voice whines back. Turning to my daughter, I see that she's tapping her foot on the floor, her arms crossed in indignation. So, she smirks expectantly. I don't know, I just don't fucking know. Can you tell me this one time? I have cat barf to clean up. I am begging now. Why is it that when I ask you a simple question, you go completely berserk? Never mind, I'll just iron the shirt myself. Who cares if I do it wrong and it looks like crap? It's at this point in the game, when she has left the room, that I want to break down and cry. The moral, there are just some contests you'll never win, and some circumstances you won't be able to escape. And as my husband always tells me, you've brought this one on yourself. She is just like you. So what are you going to do? Well, you're not going to tell your husband. Even though I don't typically condone lying, he doesn't deserve to suffer for something you did. As I have to live with my daughter, who really is just like me, but with a better body and a shorter attention span, millennials, you have to live with the shame. You screwed up, and now you must suffer. Maybe the guilt will be enough to ensure that you never do it again.